Hello and welcome back to Factory Town Idle. In our last episode, we kind of stabilized the desert and snow towns, and they are completely upgraded now, and they're actually already at level 22, and they only needed to be to level 20. And because they got to level 22, it unlocked the magic biome, which we're going to open up today. But I wanted to show you that there are no more of the mainline quests. Everything now is an upgrade quest, at least in every town except for maybe the Magic Town will have some regular quests, but everything else is an upgrade quest. And I've been slowly working on these, especially the ones relating to buildings down here. I have all the buildings, I think up to 30 now, pretty much. Maybe some of them are a little bit higher, but pretty much up to 30. I've kind of slowed down on it recently because half of them are these storage buildings, and every time you upgrade them, you add another, lot. You add a lot more storage for each type of item that's on that picture. And then every 5 you get another one of the upgrades that doubles all of their size. And it's cumulative. It's not additive, it's multiplicative. So for every time you get 5 more, you don't just get 5 more, you get 5 more, and then you double the sum of the sum total so far. So it gets to be a pretty massive amount of storage, as you can see from some of these numbers here in Wallyville. 193,000 of each of these food items, for animal products specifically. For example, some of these are at 193, some of these are at 97. That's just because of how much, where they're stored at, whether they're in the general store or the hardware store, and how much each of those things gives you. Or how much. No, sorry, not specifically whether in those stores, although those stores do have 50 storage of each item, but how much or where they're stored here, whether they're in a stockpile or the warehouse, because the warehouse is 6.4K and the stockpile is 3.2K at the current level. So they add a ridiculous amount over time. So I don't know if these go on forever, or if they eventually wear off. I need to go into the upgrades and look at the locked ones and see how far something like, not that one, barrel, how far the barrel upgrades go. There's a 7. Oh, maybe either there's only one more, which that could be. Maybe we get to 40. I can't believe that stops at 35. That's not an odd number. It is an odd number, but it's a weird number to stop at. Or it's not showing all the later tiers here. It's only showing the next tier, which that seems most likely, given all the other things that are here and the fact that I only see one tier for everything, including things like mana power drills or mana powered saw blade trucks that only have one tier here. They should have, I'm assuming, if nothing else, those have multiple tiers. But hopefully we're going to unlock those things tonight. That's a lot of things. So let's minimize that. And I want to also talk about one more thing. I've started doing some of the trading prep work for what happens when we decide to decentralize everything. And it will be a when. I'm going to do it. But if we decentralize everything, we kind of need to have some of the products moving around before we move everything around. So I'm filling in some products from different places. Like, for example, the stone bricks and refined stone bricks are coming in from Mount Wally. And those are just right now buffering up to that 6.52 million level. Wood wheels are coming in from the Wally Woods. We talked about that also last time. But I have a lot more to do. All of these, except for wool, are going to come in from the river. Wool will come in from the snow biome. And so we have lots of things going on in here. For things like juice, I'm making the juice where the berry is picked. And the reason for that is simple. Even though Wallyville gets a 100% speed bonus for the bakery and the gourmet kitchen, which I think those are in the bakery, it also will cost us extra to transport it, the pears and the berries. Since the apples are grown here, I'm making the juice here, but the pears and the pear juice and the berry juice I'm making in bulk in the woods, because they are made because of the 2-to-1 ratio here. And for a speed boost, I'm not going to be super stringent about it. For a productivity boost, I'm going to be more stringent, because productivity, as in Factorio, is as in Factory Town and Factory Town Idle. Productivity is a more effective, at least in my opinion, bonus to worry about than speed. So for things like juice, eventually these will be zeros, and the juice will be flowing in from the woods as opposed to from here. And I think that makes sense. As far as, the beef goes, I'm going to ship it all here, the chicken as well. Actually, even the fish, and I think I actually might have screwed that up already and started making cooked fish elsewhere. Where's it at? Wait a minute. No, I didn't. Okay, good. I thought about that one, and then I thought about it again. So I think I'm going to ship those here, because those have a 1-to-1 ratio, so it's no different as far as that goes. I'm giving the speed boost here. I think it'll be more fun. We're going to do the same thing with the jam, though. So I'm going to make the jam in the woods for these two and make all the apple jam here. This one, ugh. You're coming in for one place, you're coming in for another place, you're coming in for another place. This one could all get made here too then. Since this apple juice is already getting made here, that's one less to bring in here. We're going to have to bring in some berry juice and some dragon fruit for sales anyway, so we'll just bring in a bunch in, and then we'll ship out the dragon punch. But I'll go through those kind of more. That's what I'm doing offline in between, but I just wanted to talk about where I'm at with it and kind of extend on the last episode where we talked largely about theory crafting. And how I was going to come up with all these numbers. And I've even started a little bit here with things like flour, animal feed, and fish food. Those three are all coming in from here. And I'm buffering them in the storage right now in the trading post storage buffer at 20 traders. So whatever that rate is for this, at 20 traders. Here, and here. And that was the plan. Although I don't know how much flour is going to be used elsewhere, because flour is used to make bread, of course. What else is it used for? Cakes, apple pies. So actually, I think the only flour that's going to be used elsewhere is flour that is used for trading. But because of the efficiency of sending the grain as flour, I'm going to do that as well, instead of cultivating the grain in those other biomes, especially the ones that have the negative productivity for growing things. Okay, so enough about the current state of... Oh, one more thing. Actually, I lied. One more thing. I also noticed that there's an automatic rebalance button here, and this button will automatically rebalance your traders. Now, I almost screwed this up for two reasons. One, there was an update, and I'm suspicious as to whether he's watching me. He's watching my series, because a lot of the things that I mention in an episode seem to get tweaked, changed, updated in a way that maybe I didn't necessarily even say out loud, but kind of implied or hinted at or suggested that I didn't like, that something could be better, whether I had a solution or not. But he seems to be right on par with me, whether somebody else is playing it too and I'm not noticing, and he's getting information from somebody else and it just happens to be coincidental. But there's been some changes to the trading screen. And one of those changes is now there are 3 buttons here, with this being more of just a label and a progress bar. Instead of having an import-export button, there's now a none import-export button, and then the label progress bar thing here. And so if you click this button, and for anybody who had a game established before that update, your save will have all of these set to export by default, which it was okay because you had 0 traders on it. But if you clicked this button, then these started going haywire and applying random numbers of large amounts of traders to each item. And then if you have auto crafting on, ramping up your crafting until it went overloaded. So I turned that off real quick, and then I had to zero all these back out again to get everything stabilized. So what I really did in all, how many towns are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. And all 7 towns, I went through and set everything to none that wasn't already being traded. This is before I set any of these up, by the way, as new trade items like flour, bread, etc. Refined sugar was already in here as an import, but the rest of them. And I went through and did all of that so that I could auto rebalance trading. Now this here will maintain the level, I think. I think that's what this button does. And I'm not sure exactly how I would want to use that, so I haven't really fiddled with that a whole lot. Maybe that just maintains the current level, and no matter what's being taken out, it raises and lowers to meet the level, but it doesn't actually fill up the buffers. And if that's true, then that might actually be a good thing. But I don't know, and I was already fiddling with this before I realized that might be something. But I was looking at the patch notes, and I did see the patch note about auto maintainer thing, and I think those are on. Yeah, those are on here too. So that could be what that is. But I'm auto rebalancing these, so you can see sometimes things go a little bit up and down to balance and maintain, as different towns are using different amounts for some reason that I'm not even sure of. But that's what I'm working on here. I'm working on trying to balance all of these things as I ship them out. So I'm limiting how much of each item is able to be shipped out, how many traders are able to ship it out. And I've stopped at either 10 or 20, I think, for most items that I've worked on. But I have a lot more to do, as you can see. And I think I plan on having one town exporting a little bit of everything, or have a little bit of everything being exported from at least one town to kind of maintain some sort of a semblance of balance there. But maybe it won't be quite everything. I haven't gotten that far in my thought process yet. I'm not really planning it out ahead so much as just kind of winging it and thinking through it again or more than I did in that last episode. But I wanted to just show that to you, these couple of changes to the trading screen, and then also, of course, that on the crafting screen and harvesting screens too. All three of these other screens here. I guess these would be kind of like harvesting screens, but not exactly. Or additional kind of harvesting screens. So what I wanted to do today more was go into the magic biome, and we're going to call this one "You're a Wizard, Wally," because it's magic. There we go. Create natural resource, mana shard. Okay, so of course we're not going to do any of this. I'm going to auto balance these right off, and they're going to auto balance themselves right off, and then we can go ahead and start up the markets. I'm going to do this manually though. So we have wood, we have stone, and we have grain going out, right? Or coming in, I should say. Water, that's fine. Mana shards, though, of course, too. We're going to want to trade those market those, but we can't yet, because those are probably going to go out through a new building that we don't have yet. So this is fine. These will maintain as best we can for right now, but I also want to, of course, I want to also knock these down to minimum, like that, so that we can build buildings. Town level up. You're a Wizard, Wally, is level, whatever it said, level 2, level 1, I guess. Starts out at level 0. We want to, of course, add in some more houses so we have more workers to do harvesting, so we can get more materials faster, so we can get the buffers filled up, of course, as well as, more income. Probably just like 5 more. Oh, we're not going to be able to get that far yet. I have to see. Okay, planks are right there, so now we'll have to start up on planks. And we'll do that the same way as we did before. Do that. First one can go to making planks, of course. And then we can go into trading, and we can... Or not trading, sorry. Jeez, Wally. Actually, we could probably do this. Because that's going to sell twice as much grain, but that's okay because we're working on things. Yeah, stone and wood still, but we'll have to add some more general stores to sell planks. And then we'll have to add another food market eventually when we want to sell more food items. Let's see. So now we have planks being crafted. Let's add another lumber mill to make more planks. They may start making paper too, but that wouldn't hurt because we're eventually going to need it for this stuff anyway. Level 2 already. And we could add in... So what I could do here, and this is... I'm kind of... mixed thoughts on this. I do kind of want them to make some things locally just to I don't know, allow them to advance these buildings up some levels to get, you know, more workers, more work slots per building, that kind of thing. What's the hold up here? Wood and stone, huh? You don't say. Let's add some more houses. Get up to 10. And then it'll start costing us coin after that. Planks, planks, planks. Planks, you're welcome. Let's see. I keep going to the trading screen. I don't want to go to the trading screen. So these all defaulted to imports, which I don't want anything being imported. Well, actually, no, wait. No, wait, I lied. I do want these all on import. The reason I want all these on imports is because these are the unique resources. This is another change made. Unique resources that the town produces are put into this new unique resource export section, and they're automatically set to export. Unique resources not of this town are put in this new import section, which is new. These used to be sorted into their individual sections, and those are automatically set to import. And then all the other resources are automatically set to none, which is a really nice new feature because odds are you're going to want to export the item you're gathering here, and odds are you're going to want to import the items you're gathering here in every town. So that's a really nice default that really makes a huge difference, I think. Let's see. Should we start some research yet? I think we need more work going on here first. More planks. More bricks. Those types of things. Although we're doing pretty good. Let's get those going, though. I'm not going to bother with forcing somebody to work on paper because they are... we don't need it yet. We won't need it for a little while till we start with the bookstore and something else. Actually, we'll need it for these. We'll need paper and books for that one. So we'll need it, but not super soon. Let's go ahead and get a couple schools made, though. And we could get a couple of trading posts going, but I'm going to wait a little bit. Just because, although if I did the trading posts, then we could start on the markets. But if I do that, then I'm going to want to build a bunch of markets, and I don't know that I want to do that part. How are we doing? We're doing good. We're doing a little too much on the stone front, so let's actually get this going. And let's get that going. I'm going to do all the researches in all the towns, too. I do know that I want to do that. Not enough land. Okay, we need to level up, or we need to do some... We can't do anything. Never mind. Never mind. That's fine. We'll just wait till the next level. We're almost there anyway. Let's see. Maybe... Let's do... That's your refined stone brick. That's fine. Alright, so about 3 minutes on that one. A little under on that one, and just under a minute on this one. Okay, good. And we get a wood harvesting speed upgrade. We can't afford any upgrades, of course, because we need more coin, and we're spending more coin than we're making because we're doing research, and those are costing coin. Yeah. Understandable. So we need to sell more stuff. Yeah, that's good. Actually, you did it on your own. Good job. We'll do that. And like, as soon as this buffer here gets full, these workers will drop off and they'll go work on something else. And it's got to be just about there. Yeah, a few more. They'll drop down to 0, I think, and they'll drop into other slots to try and get everything balanced. Stone, there we go. Stone is now in the green again, but this needs a mine, so that's why we needed this. And then we'll go ahead and do this one next. And then we still need stuff for that, but we can do this automatically. And then we can do at least one quarry, even though that's going to cost me coin that I don't have, wood that I don't, or planks that I really don't have. But that fixes the stone situation, which is good. That'll slow down a bit. There it goes. Still not enough prospecting going on. Let's collect this one. Oh, that'd be good. If I could do it. These are going to cost red coins, so of course we won't be able to do those for a little while, but we have these getting kind of close. These two would be kind of good to do soon. Good thing they're fairly cheap. We just need to get there for, you know, our coin income here. Let's see. I guess we should do some trading, although I don't have any coin to buy trading posts, so that's probably not good. Let's pause these again, and let's let the coin accumulate and build some trading posts, I guess, so that we can start trading some of these random things. It's probably going to be totally no one assigned at all because I don't have the rebalance on. I'm not going to export mana shards yet. I think I'm going to import in things that we need to do the researches. So sugar, cotton, be the first two, I guess. We can start on something like herbs. Again, just raw resources. Sugar, cotton, and herbs. Sure. Sugar, cotton, herb. And then whatever we want to sell. So say apples, for example, at the market. And then we can add some more of these. Don't do that. Sugar, herb. Do another one. Cotton is down here. And what else did I do up here? Apple. All right, Nikon Auto again. Sign, sure, to grain, sure. Let's turn that one off. Turn this down to here, though. That way we have that that covered as well. And let's go back in and start working on these again. Oh, we're in the positive now on the coin front, so that import helped, and we're at level 5 now. All right. I should actually probably export those mana shards because there's a thing over here to reach the level to get the harvesting speed up. Although we really need, that's probably going to be at least a red coin thing anyway, so it won't help much. But we should start it up again fairly soon, so just so we can get these things, these upgrades unlocked too. Oh, let's see, because that'll reduce the number of workers we need for each one of these things. So there's grains, and I still can't afford anything. So we should probably do another trading post, or another import, I should say. Maybe berries, carrots, tomatoes, pears, potatoes, cactus fruit, sure. We'll just eventually do all of these, of course. And then we need more markets. I said carrots. I said potatoes, I think. I said tomatoes, I think. I said berries and pears, and I think I said cactus. Planks. We need more planks. Oh, because we're making paper now. That's fine. It'll fill that buffer up, and then it'll... Actually, I should just lock it down to one work slot. These two are done. That's good. Gives me some more stuff. And we can do this one and this one, I guess. Berries and pears and cactus. I don't have any more workers. All right, that's fine. That's fine. And we'll claim this one, which gives us additional food market capacity that we can't really afford either. I think I'll do skill gain speed first, though, because that'll get us more XP faster. No, more skill levels faster, which I think will affect things positively. We'll see. Animal feed here, we should probably start processing. Oh, you can do, I don't know, one of each of those for now. I forgot, sorry. And then we can trade those out, or market those out. Can't remember how many markets I want to have in a town of each kind. I have to go look at one of the other towns, which I could do. Let's see, turn that off. Turn this on, since we're making that, and then turn that back on again to balance it once again. Ah, good. Another research done. Other one rides the bus. We'll go with cotton. And let's also add another school. How much are those costing me? Not too bad. There they go. And let's do, no. Let's do this one. What do we get? Cheaper houses. Nice. That'll be good to get in as soon as we can. Because housing prices get pretty high pretty fast. I mean, this isn't too bad, 10 planks per house, but the next 5 are 67, so that's what, like 13 and a half, a little more than 13 and a half planks average per house, so you can see it kind of ramps up with each one. So cutting that down would be nice, especially in the later levels when it gets really expensive. We'll want to get some refined planks going eventually, but not yet. Let's do exploration just to get a little bit more land. I'll probably hold off on some of those, although they end up being some of the easiest ones to get because they're just yellow coin. We need to do the refined bricks and planks. Stonemason production capacity. That kicks off the refined bricks now. Yep. And that also. All right. Then I should probably add another general store. And do this. We don't have fish food yet. I can do that, though. I mean, if we have it, we could make it. It's not making it yet. Right now, the draw is on bricks. We could use that production capacity bonus that's going to cost us red coin. Maybe I'll add another stonemason in here then. Just to kind of give us a little bit more. I don't know if it'll be enough of an edge, but probably not. Not really. I don't know why I'm switching. I can do it from right here. No, but it might rebalance once this gets full, so we'll wait. We're out of people again. Oh, nope, we're not. Going up and down. Okay. Let's see. We're quarrying the rock. We don't have enough rock to quarry. All right, let's do that. This is done. Refined sugar. You and you and you and you. Let's go with paper, or bookstore rather. And every time you unlock something new, more and more stuff shows up here. I guess I need to go and fix the rebalance on berries for some reason. Don't really know specifically why. There's a lot of demand, though, so, I mean, we are exporting a lot. And we'll get that balanced out, I think, over time. I think what I will do is I will pause the recording here, and we will come back in a little bit and focus a little bit of time on the some of the new magic stuff. If it comes up in a reasonable amount of time, I don't know how quickly it'll come up, so we'll have to see how much we get to cover in this episode, given how much time I have today, or maybe I could, put another recording session in or something. I'll figure that part out. Good. Food market capacity. That's actually good because that allows us to sell more things here. But I need to refine that a bit so that we can do this one. I really don't want you selling. You know what? I'm going to leave the automatic thing turned off on these for a little while so that I can do other things here. And then once I have everything at 1, then I can auto balance to use the rest or whatever. Let's see, bookstore's done, good. And that means we need to start making books and general knowledge tomes. So workshops will be next. Okay, so I'm going to pause here, and I'll do a little bit more of this basic getting started stuff, and then we'll take a look at some of the early magic stuff in the next segment. Be right back. And welcome back. A little time has passed, not a whole heck of a lot, but we are part of the way through the researches. We're making a lot of stuff. We're making a decent amount of coin here. Although it costs stuff to research, costs coin to research, but we're making a decent amount of coin. The upgrades tree is suffering quite a bit because we need a lot of red coin for a lot of the upgrades. So I'm kind of just letting it go. I'm holding on this one, just even though it's only 500, because we really don't need more bookstore capacity. I'd rather have like these harvesting speeds, production capacities, things like that, things to make the town a little more efficient. But what I did was I started trading more of the mana shards, and I think if I go up one more, then it starts to go yellow on the natural resources. So we're going to stop at 9, but I started trading them out because I happened to take a glance back here at Wallyville in the plains. And we can actually start researching the magic stuff now. So we need to trade in some of those things. And I think I'm just going to come down. Where the heck is it? It's probably not that far down. Oh, it'll be right here, of course, in the unique resource import section. And I'm not going to allow it to import in a ridiculous number. Remember what I said? Not going to allow it to import in a ridiculous number? Yeah, we're not going to exceed the capacity by more than, part of a trader. And we're bringing as much as we can here, of course, but I want to start that research, and I think we can probably take it up to 4, and it's going to take a little bit of time, and when I say a little bit, I mean a lot of bit of time, but this will let us get into the magic stuff, and I think, given that that's going to be 2 hours, I could add more schools, but eventually it's just going to negate something else. So I'm not going to do it right now. We'll do that right now. I'm just going to let this go for 2 hours, and we'll get there when we get there in the next episode. But I think this will be a 2-episode week of Factory Town Idle this time, just so that we can actually take a look at some of the magic stuff next time. But today we'll call this an episode of unlocking the Magic Town, getting it started, and then starting this research for Magic Forge here. Now, we could go to some of the other towns and do this research there too, but I think I'm going to wait on those until after we get... let's turn that in. We'll get that going, and then we can do another one of these. Quickly, please. Quickly, please. I think we'll do that one. Oh, I can't do that one. Enough butter. Then we'll do this one. I'll do that one. I lied again. Until we get... mana prospecting, I don't really want to export any more because I don't want to start going negative on the the harvesting of this, or the regen of this, because we're already getting near 0 there, and it's going to go 0 as this skill goes up because these will be more efficient. I think, well, maybe not. Maybe it'll stay there. It'd be nice if it stayed there. Lots of things there. And so I'm just going to keep doing these and keep doing those, and we'll just kind of see where we get to as far as all of the things here. And then we'll come back in the next episode, and we'll do that mana research. So thank you all for joining me for this, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.